Hey guys, in today's video, I'm going to be reviewing some new skincare products in the Aveeno Calm and Restore line. Before I do that, make sure you're subscribed if you like getting skincare product reviews and skincare videos from a board-certified dermatologist. I think it was a year or so ago, I reviewed the Aveeno Calm and Restore products, which I love. Like one of my favorite moisturizers of all time at this point in my life is the Aveeno Calm and Restore Oat Gel Moisturizer. They kind of came out with some new products. Some of them I've kind of mentioned in like my vlogs and stuff, for those of you who watch the vlogs, but I've been trying them out for a while now and I'm excited to review them for you. First thing I wanted to point out though is Aveeno has refills now, awesome, for the Calm and Restore Nourishing Oat Cleanser. This is a great gentle cleanser. I reviewed it in the past, but you can now buy a refill. You can get it on Amazon. It is $14.59 for 16 ounces, which is basically the equivalent of 2 bottles worth. Less expensive than repurchasing the bottles. And according to them, it is 80% less plastic overall. I'm glad to see that we have a refill. You don't have to keep repurchasing this plastic bottle over and over again. Times they are expensive, right? So save where we can and reduce unnecessary waste where we can. I'm in favor. So cool. Not only does the Calm and Restore now have a refill, but the Daily Facial Moisturizing Cleanser also has refills, so you don't have to repurchase the bottle. Speaking of cleanser, let's talk about the first product. This is Aveeno's new Calm and Restore Redness Relief Foaming Cleanser. It's free of fragrance. It's very mild. It's not overly drying. You know, for the longest time, I was always taught that foaming cleansers could be more on the drying side and were meant for people with more oily skin, that they were, you know, more of a type of cleanser that would more effectively degrease the surface of the skin. So more ideal for people with oily skin. But I have come to learn over the years that that's not necessarily true. People with dry skin can use certain foaming cleansers just fine. It's really all in how the product is formulated overall. This one is great if you happen to have dry, sensitive skin because it is pretty mild. It uses a surfactant known as cocometyl propylbutane, which is what is in like tear-free shampoos. A very mild and gentle surfactant. It gives a very nice puff of foam. It is an identical experience, as a matter of fact, to their Ultra Calming Foaming Cleanser. If you've ever used that, this is a very identical experience. This particular product, in contrast to that, has fewer ingredients. 2 ingredients that may be issues for you. One is feverfew. Some people have allergies to things like chrysanthemum, and feverfew bothers them. Now, feverfew in skincare products, the main allergenic component is called parthenolide, and my understanding has always been that cosmetic manufacturers, they remove that. The other potential issue with this cleanser is if you are allergic to cocometyl propylbutane. Some people develop allergies to that. So you wouldn't be able to use this if that is you. This goes for, if I didn't already say, $7.83 for 6 ounces on the Amazonian. Reasonably priced. You know, skincare products under $10 are becoming increasingly rare. Next thing you know, the Dollar Tree is gonna be the $12 tree. So really good. If you like foaming cleansers, you'll probably enjoy this. Very gentle though. So if you have a face full of heavy makeup or even water-resistant sunscreen, you're going to need to use a cleansing balm or cleansing oil to remove that. Sure, you could keep at it with this foaming cleanser and eventually that would come off, but my experience is that that's just a lot of effort. It ends up being irritating in the long run to have to keep rubbing, reapplying cleanser. Just a simple oil cleanse really breaks everything up preemptively prior to coming in with the foaming cleanser. But if you are somebody who doesn't wear much, you just wear sunscreen and it's not water resistant per se, this is probably more than adequate for a facial cleanser. If you're somebody who likes to wash your face in the morning, this would be a fine, you know, a good cleanser to use. I think it adequately removes enough grease from the surface of the skin, but it's not overly drying. Another potential allergen for you in this is decyl glucoside. That is a mild surfactant, but a few years ago they named alkyl glucosides as the allergen of the year. People developing allergies to these mild surfactants. Again, nothing that you need to strategically avoid unless you have a confirmed allergy So that's the cleanser. Let's move on. This product, I've rather been enjoying as someone with eczema. It is their new Calm and Restore Skin Therapy Balm. Now, Aveeno is notorious for using colloidal oatmeal, which is actually on the FDA monograph as a skin protectant to temporarily relieve minor skin irritations, I believe is the wording on that, but don't quote me, something along those lines. Helpful for skin irritation and alleviating the symptoms of itch related to dry skin and eczema. This is a wonderful product to use if you are experiencing localized skin irritation, whether it be related to eczema or maybe you just overdid it with a skincare product, you exfoliated too much. The weather is changing, you may be more predisposed to sensitivity and you're kind of trying to help out the moisture barrier. The colloidal oatmeal is really helpful in that regard. I have comfortably used this on the face, no issue. It's wonderful, like if you're wearing masks a lot, it's helpful for reducing mask irritation because of the colloidal oatmeal, which is a nice skin protectant. Colloidal oatmeal not only protects the skin from irritation, but it's also very hydrating as well. It has antioxidants in it, which may help minimize barrier disruption. This also has, speaking of barrier, this also has ceramide in it, and it has glycerin, another humectant. It's not greasy, which is one thing I really like about it. It does have petrolatum in it, but it's not greasy. I think because the colloidal oatmeal, I've often experienced this with Aveeno more balm products. I'm always surprised at how fast absorbing non-greasy they are in comparison to petrolatum, but I do feel they give a nice element of barrier protection. This would be a great one to throw in your bag if you are prone to dry hands too, and irritation in the hands related to frequent hand washing. This is a great like hand cream, $18.69. But if you are looking for a balm for just spot focused barrier recovery, this is a great option. 1.7 ounces. This is one I've really liked seeing from Aveeno and have rather enjoyed getting to know and trying out over the past couple of months. Nourishing PHA exfoliator. Now I've got videos on PHAs, polyhydroxy acids. They are very, very gentle exfoliants. They just nudge exfoliation. They support it as it naturally occurs to help soften and smooth the skin surface. But as a class of chemical exfoliants, they tend to be very well tolerated by sensitive skin types. They're a wonderful option if you are looking to improve skin texture and smooth out the skin surface, improve the skin luminosity and tone, but they also help with moisture retention. So this has gluconolactone, a polyhydroxy acid. Oat oil, which is an emollient. It has sunflower seed oil, another emollient. Both of these, oat oil and sunflower seed oil, they have antioxidants, which may help with barrier recovery. The way to use this is actually quite interesting. It comes out as a very lightweight liquid lotion consistency. You can apply just a quarter size amount to the face in the morning, for example, or in the evening if you wanted to. Massage it into either damp or dry skin. You don't have to get the skin wet prior to using this. It all depends on your routine. If you wanted to wash your face first and then use this, you certainly could. You could use this though just to dry skin if you wanted to. Massage it in, enjoy the experience. It's actually quite relaxing to use. There's no fragrance in this. There's no fragrance in any of these products, by the way. Massage it in a circular fashion. It's not irritating. It's not harsh. There's no abrasive particulates. You can rinse it off. They also say you can just wipe it off. For those of you who shave the face, try using this first because it is super gentle and it will help soften the hairs, make them easier to cut. You know, a lot of people, they like to exfoliate before they shave, especially if you're prone to ingrown hairs, but sometimes the exfoliating, it ends up making you more predisposed to razor burn because you know it's too intense. This is gentle enough that you could nicely use it as a pre-shave step. Another group that I think would benefit from this are those of you who have keratosis pilaris on the face and you're very sensitive. I've talked about using alpha hydroxy acids on the face for keratosis pilaris, but some people who are really, really sensitive, they don't get along with alpha hydroxy acids. This would be a much gentler alternative that can help soften and gently exfoliate those rough bumps around the hair follicle. Great option for keratosis pilaris on the face. especially if you are somebody whose KP is in a background of a lot of redness, KP rubra as it's called. Using very harsh exfoliants, it can be too much for those folks who tend to be on the sensitive side. This would be a great option. Really like that product, and I think it is a great drugstore option for a gentle, mild exfoliant for the sensitive skin folks out there. And it is pretty reasonably priced. It's an under $10 Woohoo for 4 ounces. Currently on the Amazonian, as of the filming of this video, it's $8.93. Moving on to the last new product from Aveeno in the Calm and Restore line is their Redness Relief Moisturizing Cream. Now, as I said at the beginning of the video, my absolute favorite moisturizer these days is the Calm and Restore Oat Gel Moisturizer. Ever since I tried it, you know, it's a frequent repurchase for me. In fact, I think I mentioned it in my products I keep buying because I love it that much. The new Redness Relief Moisturizing Cream, in contrast to that, this is a thicker, richer cream. Again, free of fragrance. If you're somebody who really enjoys a thick, rich, moisturizing cream, I think you're going to enjoy this. It has dimethicone in it, which is a skin protectant, but also lightweight enough to not feel greasy or too occlusive on the face. For a cream this rich, it's pretty fast absorbing. It doesn't leave the skin feeling greasy, slippery, and it doesn't leave you looking super shiny either. I have had no issue with this product underneath my sunscreen. Sometimes products that are this rich in terms of consistency, if you apply them prior to sunscreen, they're incompatible. You get that pilling issue. I haven't had that with this, but just as a word of warning, it might occur, especially if you use gel sunscreens that are sunscreens that have low molecular weight alcohol. You may get some pilling if you use this and then apply those on over it. But I didn't have that issue with, like, currently I'm using the Dermatologist Universal Tinted Moisturizer with SPF. I don't get any pilling putting that on over this. This one goes for $19.67 for 1.7 ounces. So those are the new products that I've been trying out for you guys from the Calm and Restore line. Pretty happy with all of them. Do you necessarily need all of them? No. If you have a cleanser that you currently use and is working out for you, there's no need to go and, you know, buy this. But if you like foaming cleansers and maybe the one that you were using you're no longer happy with, consider giving the foaming cleanser a try. If you're dealing with minor skin irritations, like either on the face or the body related to either eczema or just changes in the weather, over exfoliating, definitely check out the balm. I love, probably one of my favorite products that's new is that PHA exfoliator. I think that is a great addition to their line for sure, but just the drugstore market in general, an exfoliant for very sensitive skin to help with roughness, dry skin. And the Redness Relieving Moisturizing Cream is a really nice option for those of you who like a rich, nourishing, moisturizing cream. All right, y'all, let me know in the comments if you've tried any of these, what your thoughts were on them. But if you guys enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and as always, don't forget, sunscreen and subscribe. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye.